Good morning. Today is Sunday, February the 23rd, 2014. I'm investment newsletter writer and economist Michael Woody O'Brien. I wanted to talk to you briefly this morning about proposals to raise the minimum wage. This is always an interesting economic subject because immediately what happens is people argue the benefit of it, which is you'll have millions of people raised out of poverty who are at the minimum wage, versus the cost and job destruction, because of course it takes and destroys those same low-end jobs. Because unfortunately businesses are not charities, they're in business to make money. And for people who cannot produce at least the revenue and a profit to equal the minimum wage, those people are just politely terminated. So if you raise the minimum wage to $10.10 per hour, basically anyone who can't produce $10.10 per hour could lose their jobs. And businesses have to look at their total cost if that $10.10 price is going to take them into a loss from a profit or break even. They're obviously going to cut back, and of course payrolls are the biggest expense of any business, so that's the first place to go. The problem with the debate about increasing the minimum wage is that we get into this debate about whether it will kill jobs or whether it will raise people out of poverty. And the fact is both of those are, to a lesser degree, true. The problem is that we're not debating the question that should be debated, which is the minimum wage has to go up because the dollar is not retaining its value. The minimum wage has to go up because Alan Greenspan and Ben Bernanke and now Janet Yellen are looting failures at monetary policy. Back in the 1960s, when the minimum wage was $1.75, that would be 7 silver quarters. If the paper and electronic dollars had retained their purchasing power, which is the objective of a currency, to have a sound, stable currency, those 7 quarters now would be about $22 worth of silver. They had $22 worth of purchasing power. So raising the minimum wage to $10.10 still doesn't change the fact that work is not being rewarded, because the value of work and the value of savings are being looted by banksters of the Federal Reserve and the big money center banks. So instead of talking about whether it is that this is going to kill jobs or whether this is going to pull people out of poverty, what we ought to be doing is talking about that this is necessary because we failed to kill the Federal Reserve. We failed to stop our bankster looting economy, which allows money to be created to go into the stock market, to benefit asset bubbles, to help the billionaires and the 1%. And there's a really easy way to think about this is, say someone worth $10 million, if the price of oil goes up by $10, they might pay a couple $100 more per month at the pump, but their investments could go up by $50,000 or $100,000. The poor person who doesn't have any assets doesn't benefit from that inflation. So inflation and devaluation of the currency does benefit the wealthy, especially the 1%. It is literally reverse Robin Hood. It is robbing from the poor to steal from the rich. So please share this video with others. The minimum wage hike is necessary because we have a failed monetary system. That's what we need to fix. We need to fire Janet Yellen. We need to terminate the Federal Reserve. We need to have debt-free issued government money of a stable amount and a stable value, because then there's no need for people to get pay raises if their money buys more. And in an organic money system, which we had in the United States from 1833 to 1913, which we had the 80-year period of the longest period of flat prices and flat for goods and services as well as bullion, actually declining prices. The dollar actually bought more in 1913 than it did in 1933. In organic economics, prices go down, and that's the way that the common man and the poor person benefit. So please share this video with others. The minimum wage is about the Federal Reserve and why the hell we just haven't killed it off yet for all the problems it is it caused. I'm Michael Woody O'Brien, investment newsletter writer. My website, woodyknowsmarkets.com. And of course, my life's work to get rid of the Federal Reserve. That information is at abolishfiatslavery.com. Great to be with you today.